Facebook, what's going on? Be hard to put messages out because I'm not at the peasant state of mind. I'm not with the peasantry. I'm trying to be my higher self. The only thing we could do in this lifetime is come here to try to be the best version of ourselves we could be, and it's very hard out here. Even once you learn or find out that that is what it is, it's very hard based on the system and how we've been brainwashed and raised up to believe stuff that's just not true, and believe the stuff that they say not true is true. But let me go where I'm going with this, because a lot of people are based at a peasant state of mind. You know, you're at the lowest level of your mental thinking on how you handle and do things. Let me tell you about myself, because I always, at one point in my life, I started understanding that even though I was the type of person and I did a lot of things, but the thinking and understanding behind the things that I did, I just didn't know. You know what I'm saying? At my lowest level of life, before understanding that it is a higher level of my subconscious thinking, because I am a greater person on the inside that I may project on the outside. And once I realized that, I started living as if I was the person inside my mind. Let me explain what I'm saying. Everybody is supposed to get at a point in their life by coming out here in this life where you're a child, and then you grow up and be a teen, and then you're a young adult, then you're an adult, then you're a grown up, then you are older, elder, and out. Because that's adult stages in the physical life that we live, but also in the spiritual and mental and the soul. We also grow up in those same stages as well. Most people don't. Most people don't understand that that is a thing, and it's nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna tell you why there's nothing wrong with that, because by being brainwashed and brought up in the system that we've been brought up in, to all people, being brought up in the system that we've been brought up in, this is not normal. That what we're in. You can't understand the possibilities, but let me keep explaining what I'm explaining. I'm at my highest self in thinking. There's a lot of peasantry that goes on, like a lot of the gossip, the backbiting, the envy, the jealousy, the hatred. That's actually at a peasant state of mind. That's at the lowest state of mind. So if you ever thought that you were talking to someone and you personally felt like, hey, you think you're better than me, let me explain the peasant state of mind. The peasant state of mind is the lowest state of mind you can go. It's on the ground. It's on the ground. If you can go lower, it's hell. The peasant state of mind is the lowest way you can go. There's nothing lower than the peasant state of mind. So anything that's above you that you have to look up on, you're offended, because at number one, envy, jealousy, at the peasant thinking, peasant state of mind, envy, jealousy, all that. So everything is up. There's nothing else down. You can't look down on anything. Everything to you at the peasant state of mind, which most of society, America, and the world is at, because we've been programmed and trained to look at things as peasants. You only can look up as a peasant. So, of course, everybody thinks they're better than you, but you don't understand that it's actually right, because they're thinking better than you, because you're thinking at a peasant state of mind. Now, let me explain a higher state of mind. And I always tell people, like, when problems and situations come, anybody that know me at all or heard me say this, I think at things at the highest level, man. I don't think of, like, this little petty stuff. I think at the highest solution and possibility they can go. And that's why I see my decision at. Like, I'm not just, it might sound bad, my decisions, but I'm just speaking because at a higher level, in the highest state of your mind, that you can look at a situation, you can see things for what they are, without all that jealousy and bias and all that foolishness. That's at the lower levels and lower state of mind, when you're not at a higher state of mind. So again, you only can, at a higher state of mind, is nothing above your state of mind. You're thinking the highest of the high of what you can think, and looking at things at the highest level of complexity, to like all solutions, and you put them all in the basket and you ship it out there, and this is the best possible thing for that. You only can look down at everything else. Literally. It's not, it's a metaphorically, you're looking down, as the peasant would think Oh, you're looking down on me, as the peasant would think. But we're at a higher state of mind. That's what the peasant thinks. The higher state of mind looks down and looks down, not in a looking down manner, but there is nothing above me. Everything else is below me. So technically, in the physical sense, I'm looking down, but I ain't looking down. You know, so that's just to the peasantry and the peasant state of mind that most people have. So to people like myself who are trying to come up on a better state of mind and trying to be at the highest possible thinking that you can think, because that's what we're out here for, to think at the highest possible thinking. Before we were brainwashed, we were thinking at our higher selves. All the negativity, anything that's negative. I'm telling you this. No historian or anybody can tell you this because they don't study that to tell you this. I'm a historian in my history, mine. You don't have to know me. You don't have to. You know, I didn't go to college for that. I went to college like a year, I ain't make it. Dropped out because I had stuff going on. Neither here nor there. I'm just saying, if people who know me know I ain't none of that. But I'm a historian on what I know. Sorry that y'all are scared, because scared is not one thing that we have. That's not our makeup. So again, since we're scared out here, most people, and we can't think at our highest state. We're scared because we've been programmed and brainwashed and they got us scared. We should not be scared. Death is nothing to fear. Death is just losing the body. If you think it's spirits out here, what do you think the spirits are? If you put a body on them, then you'll think it's me. But if it ain't nobody on the spirit, then you're scared. I don't understand. I overstand the situation. You understand, but you don't overstand how I do. I'm just saying, when you try to think on a higher level and live on a higher level and think, you don't have to have the money. I have nothing on a higher level that I should have. I don't have no house, I don't have no good house at all. I got a vehicle, so what? I don't own stuff. But on my thinking, because I know that this is not what it is for me, and I know how I'm moving and am what I am and who I am, and it just don't look like that for me. I sure don't have nothing. I sure can't produce like you think I can produce, but I can produce like I can produce, and it ain't have to be how you think. To everybody who out here who's tricked because you looking at something, and when you look at it, it looks like something to you. Everything that look like something, so what? You have to know what it is. Just like people out here in this world who talk about they can taste something and know what it is, they can look at something and know what it is. And the world out here is so dark, because this is a dark realm that we're in. This is an unbalanced realm. This could have been a better place, but it's not. And the people like you and everybody else who want to be at the peasant state of mind, because we're not that, but because you've been trained, subdued, brainwashed, went to school, went to college, working these jobs, doing exactly what these people say, and not even thinking, because these people tell you don't think to and you're not. You feel how you feel, and that's cool. I understand that. But the people that want to be at a higher frame of mind, you have to do higher frame of mind things. And let me explain what I'm saying. This is just me. I'm not talking to nobody, because everybody get offended when somebody says something about themselves. And yeah, you think you that, and you, yes, I do. I know what I'm saying. It's unfortunate that to someone else, you don't know yourself and what you have. You should not never look at what somebody else is saying about themselves, because they're confident in the knowledge of knowing what they know themselves, how they are, and just because you don't understand. The peasant state of mind is very dangerous, and we've adapted it, and we don't understand. To everybody who's waking up and saying they're woke and conscious, but don't you see the peasants out here? So if you have a bigger state of mind, if you have a higher level of consciousness and thinking, don't you see the peasants out here? You know why they're peasants. It's just the mind frame. And the mind frame has been groomed by society. And society is the government, the military, and everything else that's over us. These companies, corporations, everything, licensing, the law, everything that's over us. And it's not over me, because I have a higher thinking. I understand the system and what's going on, and I'm acting it out in real life. See, most of y'all just out here acting. See, when you go home, you ain't the person you are when you out the door. I'm the person, I'm myself all the time. It's just unfortunate for me, because sometimes that it doesn't go well out here. And not going well meaning something happens, but going well in a lot of situations, because a lot of situations would have you compromise your morals, have you compromise your integrity, it'll have you compromise what your real standings on what you think and how, like, boy, I believe in God, boy, I never do this and never. It'll have you going against that. I don't do that. So it'd be a problem because I don't conform to the system. I'm above the system. The system knows I'm above the system. And I know I'm above the system. I know I'm above a lot of people. And I'm only above you in my thinking. I'm only above you because I think at a higher level. I think the highest level in a situation, what you call situations, problems, misunderstandings, I think at the highest level just in general, because that's what a God does. For your Bible and your religious text, and I'm speaking to all Bibles and all religious texts, your Bibles and religious texts clearly tell people what they are. It just doesn't give them the understanding, the overstanding. And you don't do that. Religious books are limited. But the real true God is not limited. I don't speak on you. I was very religious at one point, meaning I understood religion very well. But once I started understanding the law, it helped me understand religion, the falsehood of religion. One thing about the law, for everyone out here, everyone needs to learn the law. That needs to be a subject taught in school. The law needs to be a subject taught in school, because if we knew the law, a lot of stuff wouldn't be going on out here. Point blank, period. It wouldn't even matter what they say. The law is cut and dry. The law says what it says, and it doesn't matter because, oh, he's white or he's black or he got privilege. The law does not do that. The law actually is what it says. And we don't know how to use it or use it properly. That's why you get lawyers and stuff, people that know how to use it, but it's not me and you. It's not my people. So all I'm saying is you think at a higher state of thinking. You see peasantry for being peasantry. I sympathize because I understand. I sympathize because I understand. I do a lot of stuff out here that a king, you think a king or an emperor or a ruler wouldn't do. But that's what they would do, because that's how they would, because we understand the levels of what it comes to, and what the little things in the peasant world, in the peasant world, the little things that you don't understand are big things. And the big things aren't really anything as far as you looking at it from a physical perspective. But if you're looking at it from anything spiritual and above, you understand what I'm saying. So all the people out here with the peasant state of mind, let me tell you something about me before I go. To anybody with the peasant state of mind, did you know that I walk around out here? I'm talking for me. I'm telling you exactly how I do. Like I'm telling you, I know this. It ain't like some people just walk around out here be like, like, damn, they just getting ran over. No. I walk around out here humble. Let me be me, which I always do. But let me be the me for right now. I walk around out here very humble. I mean that I know I do that. And it's not that I know I do that. I know that I'm a higher person than what it appears to be. And it really doesn't matter how it appears to be to anyone else but me. I know I'm a higher person. So I do a lot of humble acts. Give, and I don't have nothing to give but my time, my energy. The dollar or two I don't have to give. Give, my time, my understanding, my efforts, my energy, my personal stuff. I give. I do the old lady thing. I do what I'm helpful. I do. And it's not that I don't do that, because that's inside of me. I am that. But I also understand at the highest level to see things at a low level and do not do anything. And you have the physical or the monetary or the spiritual or the ability to do and don't do. As a man, as a man, a leader, a ruler, a king, a god, and an emperor of this world, as a person who I think I am, because everyone should think high of themselves. It's just that you shouldn't, you trying to put that on somebody. That's ridiculous, because in real life, without all the TVs and the makeups and the falsehood and the fraud and everybody is really the same. There is nothing truly different about everyone but the way you think, and that's out here right now. Nothing truly is different from anyone. All men have the same physical features. They have all the parts, technically. The only thing is the mind frame. So when there's a lot of peasantry going on out here, I'm a type of person, believe me, what you people call arrogant, I'm not that, but I'm not before this. Believe me, you can't play with me, and I'm not nothing to play with. So I already understand my role. And to everybody that's grown, if you can't stand on your own decisions and you need your mom, dad, aunties, uncle, grandma, and you're grown, to all people, the first thing to step out on is make your own decisions and stand on. That's an adult. That starts like the beginning, like, because you have to break away from being held on or being felt as if you have to listen to someone or have to appease someone. In the life journey that you're living, you are walking alone. I don't care if you have thousands of siblings and hundreds of kids. You are walking alone, period. So make your own path and walk it.